Okay, I'm ready. I think we're recording. I think we're on mute. I'm just going to double check that we've got a recording here. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we are ready. Okay, so this is all about how to create a 12-week, and it could be 6 weeks, 10 weeks, 4 weeks. I think personally, a 12-week program gives you a great opportunity to really dig into some great topics. And this is all about showing you exactly what I've done with a 12-week women's health program, all the topics and the frameworks that I've put together, and how you can use my framework if you want to, or you can use it as a guide and then build around it whatever your expertise are. So let's face it, let's look at the landscape right now. This is not specifically for perimenopause and menopausal females, but I will talk a little bit about menopause and menopausal symptoms, because I think if you're teaching fitness Pilates, if you're teaching Lift Lean, if you're in your 40s or your 50s, you're probably, a lot of your clients are going to be women either who are getting into menopause or in the throes of it. And it's such a big conversation right now. There's some great information about it. The NHS guidelines have updated. GPs are a little bit more aware of menopause. It's a primary care subject now, so our clients should be able to go to their local GPs and get HRT. Apart from the very lurid headlines that we've seen recently in regards to HRT and breast cancer, we know that risk, although those headlines are huge, are very, very small. I think that if we can signpost our ladies, we're not diagnosing, we're not, we're staying within our scope of practice, because our clients look to us as mentors. You all know, the clients that come to you regularly, that your opinion matters. How many of you, raise your hand, people come to you at the end of your class and ask you everything from diet to what you're wearing, to anything health related, injury related. People see you as a trusted source of information. And I think if we can become almost gatekeepers, that we can signpost our ladies, give them an informed, evidence-based research opinion on something, and provide them with a framework, I feel that is the next step for us as fitness professionals. And often I'm 49, 50 in April, a lot of you are my age, similar ages, this is we are going through this ourselves. Many of us are in the menopause phases, some of us are struggling, and often we're not perhaps going down the HRT route thinking that, that we're going to ride it out, we're going to white knuckle it because of all these health claims, and actually HRT might be the best thing ever. So I think this is about providing a framework for our guys. And I've put together a 12-week, just different topics every week. And you could deliver this in a Facebook group. You could record yourself talking. You could create your PDFs with your bullet points. You could film your workouts if you're going to add workouts to it, or they could come along to a live class. And you've got a lovely, robust lifestyle, holistic style program that's not just about weight loss. Because again, we're seeing, if you guys are seeing in the marketplace right now, we're moving away very much from weight loss and detox and restrictive diets, and it's very much more geared to health. And if we are dealing with women in the 40s, 50s and 60s, it's much more about health, about risk factors. It's about a whole lifestyle approach. Are you all with me? Are you all kind of thinking along the same lines as me? Do let me know, and please chip in, because it really, this is why I like to do the webinars and the lives, because I get your feedback. I can feed off it. When I just film the videos and I'm not able to bounce, I don't think it's as, you never get the best of me, I don't think. So please keep chipping in with your comments, put your hands up, raise, talk as we go, because I'm really interested in your opinion. And if any of you personally are struggling at all with menopausal issues, with midsection weight gain, with brain fog, anything like that, do put it in the comments as well, because this may help you personally. So let me know. Okay, so I originally started this, if you don't know me, my name is Rachel Holmes. I've been a fitness professional for 34 years. I started teaching aerobics, Jane Fonda, 1987. I've never done anything else. I've always worked with myself, always served women. But for the last probably 30 years, I've been a presenter or an educator. So I've created programs for group exercise, all different kinds of programs. Many of you have followed me for many, many years. And obviously I've evolved as the industry has evolved. I started Kickstart as a weight loss program in 2007, franchised it in 2012, and now I just run it as a coaching program. So people can come, you can buy the programs, you can then go away and teach it in whatever capacity suits your business, whether you do it online, whether you do short programs, longer programs. And I created the online women's health program as part of Kickstart 3 years ago. And it was a really, really popular program. And I think that it maybe have been a little bit before its time. I think really now is the time, as we are seeing a lot more information in the public domain regarding menopause, health, lifestyle, mindset, stress, sleep, all of the big rocks. You know, we're seeing this information, you know, it's being talked about on Lorraine and Breakfast TV. Yeah, absolutely. I'm interested in this for myself. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting in the middle and I've started to struggle. Yeah, I'm 48, I'm with you. And I think now is a brilliant time with social media. You've got a platform. If you're visible on social media, it's pretty simple these days to create your own content. And I think if you've got a framework and a structure and you know what you're going to deliver, you can create a timetable that can wrap around really nicely your live classes, or it could be something that you completely offer online. So there's two ways that you could offer something like this. I think if you run a busy timetable and you've got local classes going on, and you often, how many of you are so busy between classes, you don't always get a chance to talk to everybody, you're setting up, you're packing up, people come up for questions, you don't often are able to give people your attention because you're so busy on moving to the next class or moving on. We can now facilitate that community online in a Facebook group. Many of you are in my Facebook groups. You know how excited, but you know how helpful they are. Before Facebook, I ran a forum on the old Choreography to Go website that again was a lifeline. It's a way where instructors can talk, we can chat with each other, we can exchange ideas, we can support each other when things aren't going so well. But Facebook groups are brilliant. You can do it on a membership site, that's no problem. But I think if this is your first foray into the online world, it might just be easy to keep it simple in a group. Everybody, you deliver the information via Facebook, you save your videos on YouTube, and you are able to repurpose that content and constantly update it. Always remember the forum, she says, yeah. Kim says, I definitely have the symptoms. There's a lot of ladies who can relate. I'm stuck in it with my teaching. Oh, Kim, I'm with you. You don't have, okay, let's get this mindset shift out the way. No one here is bad at technology. None of us grew up with technology. We've all had to learn it. You've just got to get your head out your backside and dig in with it, because this is the future. This is the way forward. And if you've hit that glass ceiling with teaching classes, this is the great way that you're going to scale your business. You're going to be able to serve your ladies to a much deeper degree. You're going to have so much job satisfaction. It's not quick and easy, that's for sure. And it takes a bit of time to set these things up. But once you've done one, it's the same as everything. Just think when you first did your ETM, when you first did your driving test, you get there and you get rolling. You make mistakes and you learn from them. You never make a mistake because you always learn for something. So with this 12 weeks, 90 days, however you want to market it, I'm pretty focused that we stay within our scope of practice. You know, we're not diagnosing, we're not giving anybody any extreme diets or getting rid of food groups. It's healthy nutrition, and it's standard, it's basic, it's evidence-based, research-driven information that you will find on the Osteoporosis website, on the British Menopausal Society website, on the British Heart Disease website. You know, you can find all the stats. You can go onto the relevant website. You can go onto NICE. You can go onto the NHS, and you can do your research. You know, it's not secret. But what is the key is how you deliver it, and how you deliver it in a palatable way, how you deliver it in an actionable way, with little tips, with a PDF, with bullet points, things that your ladies can do that week, whether it's doing their 10,000 steps, whether it's doing a journaling challenge, whether it is identifying triggers of stress through the day, just simple awareness tools. And I've made videos of all of that, so you can watch it and then you can create your own videos in your own words on those topics if they resonate with you. Are you kind of with me on that? So you've got a guidance, you've got a framework here, but it is definitely within our scope of practice as qualified fitness professionals. We're also signposting women. We're not sending them to, private health clinics or anything that's, difficult or expensive. We're sending them back to the GPs if they need additional help. We're always signposting them. And anybody who's displaying red flags, then we refer on to another health professional. This is holistic. This is a lifestyle-based approach. And it's about educating and empowering our women with the best information so they can make an informed decision on where they go with their health. We present them with the information, the relevant information on the current studies on HRT and breast cancer. This is where you can read it. You can read about it on the British Menopause Society. Read it, have a look. GPs now, within their practice, there will be somebody that is that knows about the menopause, and that they'll be able to decide whether or not you are prescribed HRT, or maybe you go for the estrogen gels, or all the other many different forms of medication, and you can work out if that's the best thing for you, or your clients can work out from an informed decision. So we become the gatekeepers. We're not saying do this. We're not saying this is the right way, this is the wrong way. We're presenting our clients with an evidence-based approach. So I hope you're kind of thinking on the same lines to me. So if we are serving midlife women, there's so much confusion and there's so much conflicting information. And Dr. Google it's scary. There's good information, there's bad information, there's dangerous information, there's useless information, there's bullshit information. It's all out there. And it's important for us as group fitness professionals that we can wade through the BS, that we can actually do the research, or I've done the research for you. You can then continue with the research. You can then present the research, as I say, in a palatable way, if that's the right word, in an actionable way that your clients can digest and they can start to apply. I need to put my hands down, don't I? It really is about lifestyle change and behavior change, and really you're facilitating. Can you believe it? You're facilitating these changes, and your job will be to deliver that information, support and motivate your clients, and just serving your women on a deeper level, engaging, opening up the conversation. And it's a fabulous thing. It really is, when you start delivering all this info on a much deeper level, the conversations that people have, and within days, you can see the changes that it's having on your clients. When they feel empowered and educated, supported and motivated, they can move mountains. We all can move mountains. This truly is women empowering women, in my opinion. It's finding the best information, delivering it in a way that's accessible and actionable, and then helping those clients take the steps that they need to make the consistent small changes on a daily basis. I'm not getting any of your questions. So if you have any questions, or you're just listening in, do give me a thumbs up or let me know. Oh, okay. So this is, can you all see that slide? If I move that out of the way. Oh gosh, so many of you there. Okay, I'm just going to go with that. Can you all see that slide? So this is the framework of the 12 weeks. Philippa, hi. Oh, hi, thumbs up. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate that. So this is the framework of the 12 weeks. And obviously, I don't want to keep you here all night. I could. These are all my favorite topics. I love talking about all of these things. But you'll see that in the program, I've I've made these into videos, so you can watch the videos, you can see the much more in-depth. You can then make your own notes, make your own PDFs, and deliver your own version of it. The first thing is nutritional basics. So this is not about, it's kind of not about really an extreme diet of any way. It's just going back to basics and understanding, I know, really basic, understanding, carbs, protein, all the different nutrients, understanding what healthy eating is all about, understanding that if weight loss is the goal or fat loss is the goal, we need to have energy balance and be in a calorie deficit. However, we know many people struggle sticking to a calorie-controlled diet. So there are two different options. It can be more of a habit-based approach where they make small nutritional changes over the 12 weeks rather than changing everything quickly and then going back to square one a couple of weeks later. Identifying, are your clients all or nothing people? If you're an all or nothing person, put your hand up, where you're on it, you're in it, you've gone to the shop, you've bought the groceries, you've got your organic, you've got your meal plan, everything's ready, boom, 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 boom. First week, you're on it, you're invested, everybody knows, and then suddenly something stressful happens, boom, completely blindsides you, and you go back the other way and just fall spectacularly with all your good intentions. We're all or nothing. And that's definitely a personality trait. Is that you? That's me, for sure. But I've had to work on that. I've had to really, really, really work on not being an all or nothing and really focusing on tiny little changes, consistent steps that you make on a daily basis. So for instance, for many of our clients, it just might be, let's eat protein at every meal. Let's keep it that simple. Let's try and eat vegetables with every meal. Let's go. Let's identify when you are tired and maybe emotional and you've got no brain energy left. Is that the time when you start nibbling mindlessly? Are you a nighttime nibbler? Are you somebody, I'll talk about the keto diet. Are you somebody that eats really well all day and then it all falls down at night when you've got no brain energy left, when you're really tired, when it's habit, when you want to reward yourself because you've got through the day? All of us. And it becomes a habit and you're not hungry and it's mindless eating. Well, let's identify that. The first step to making changes is identifying it. Do you snack when you are stressed? And I don't mean big stress, I mean low level stress. When someone's wound you up, when someone's cut you up on the road, when it's the wrong, it's 2 weeks, a week before your period, do you feel really stressed, anxious, tired? Are you nibbling then mindlessly? When you get stressed, do you go to the fridge? Are you eating? And is that a form of then, instead of expressing your feelings, are you then turning them inward and eating unhealthily and rubbish? And then you get angry with yourself. Oh, you're a loser. You can't stick to it. So you beat yourself up. So that's a way of self-sabotaging. Yes, stress nibblers. It has to be simple. You're so right. The keto diet, it's got a place, but to be absolutely honest, with the ladies that we are dealing with, it's healthy, it's sustainable. It's the old school method. It's healthy, sustainable, small changes over a series of weeks, which is why this is 12 weeks. Changing everything, going keto, not being able to go out, not being able to socialize, not being able to eat freely off a menu. This is not about good or bad food. There is no good or bad food. Food is food in context. We want to get to a place, and our clients get to a place where they're eating healthily Monday to Friday. They've got some wiggle room at the weekend. They can have a gin and tonic if they want it. They can go out and have a meal with their friends and family. Yeah, and enjoy life. This is the point that we want to get to. So I kind of coach that all the way through. You can take any diet plan, keto, paleo, vegetarian, carb cycling. I mean, these all work. They're all relevant. But ultimately, if you're going to lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit. So it does make me smile when people say, I have friends say this to me all the time. Oh, I'm cutting out carbs, and they cut out carbs and they lose weight and they think it's the carbs, but it's just because they've taken away a third of their weekly calories. If they don't eat potatoes at every meal and they used to eat potatoes, they're probably down 200 calories a day. It's the calories. It's not the carbs. Now, You might find as a fitness professional that you thrive on a more high protein, high fat, low carb diet, or you might thrive on a more balanced approach, or you might favor intermittent fasting. We're all personal. So I'll actually give examples of each different kind of trendy nutritional program. People can try them, see what works for them, what they like, how does it make them feel. So it's very much about exploration with nutrition. One size doesn't fit all. Expose our guys to all the different types of eating, let them try it, see what works for them, and then ultimately it's the smaller sustainable steps. And linking that back to the menopause, sugar, caffeine, alcohol, all the studies show conclusively that these exacerbate the symptoms of hot flushes, of high temperature, of brain fog. So if you or your clients are struggling with night sweats and you're struggling with hot flushes, it might be worth just cutting out the sugar for a couple of weeks, cutting out the booze and the alcohol, and just seeing how it makes you feel. Everybody, we've got to be a diet detective. And what worked for us a year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, won't work now because we've all changed. We're all different. We've all aged, sadly. Our metabolic rates are going down. Our estrogen levels are lowering, and then as the estrogen level declines, that brings up a whole different set of symptoms. And if someone is menopausal, they could be displaying any number of symptoms, up to 42 different symptoms with perimenopause and menopause. So, it's a big topic. Okay, I agree. Planning is key. Absolutely. Absolutely. Writing a menu plan, all of the above, Melissa. If you are a data-driven person that likes on a Sunday to plan, get your slow cook. I've got my slow cooker out, got all the vegetables cooked. It only takes an hour on a Sunday. Go to Aldi, it's all done, and we're ready to rock for the week then. Okay, that's just one. That's just the first week. So you can see it's about healthy basics. Week 2 is about mindset. This is key. It really is. In fact, I think mindset really needs to come before nutrition. Because mindset, and again, you guys will know all this, but it's about once you teach it, once you teach this to your clients, you learn it, it goes in. You'll read this, you'll agree with me, you'll watch the video, and then you'll teach it, and that's when it will really hit home. So you would create some videos about nutrition basics. If people want a meal plan, you can put them together, but we're trying to encourage people to create their own meal plans really, and just give them nutritional basics. If it is weight loss and fat loss they want, they need to be in a deficit. So they would need to work out what the total daily energy expenditure is and then take a deficit over the week. But again, I've got a lot of videos explaining that. But it's pretty basic, and it's been the same for a long time. So that's nothing new. It's just deciding if you are someone that can count calories. I'm not, can't do it. Doesn't interest me. I'm bored with it. Can't be doing with my fitness pal. So I'd much rather work on a habit-based approach. And you become more intuitive with it as well. Interesting. Mindset. So this is key. Again, I'm going to relate this a little bit back to menopause as well. So we have 2 modes of thinking. So we have default thinking. So this is all the time that we keep spiraling to thinking the same thing. I think we have between 60 and 90,000 thoughts every single day. And a lot of those thoughts, I don't know what the percentages are, the same thoughts. We think the same things over and over, don't we? Yes. We overthink. We overthink scenarios that have not happened, things that happened 25 years ago. We bring them up. Our mind's like a ping pong ball going backwards into the future, forwards, backwards. Now, thinking about conversations you had yesterday, thinking about something another idea pops in your head. You scroll through social media, that gives you another idea. No focus. We're so distracted all day, every day. This bugger does not help us. This is designed to distract us all day long. And many of us have almost lost control of our mind. We just allow our mind to run riot. It just runs and goes. And this is how you can start to get into those spirals of negative self-talk and self-sabotage. Boom, stop, back up. You can stop these thoughts. Now, if it is menopause and you are really struggling with mental cognition and you're struggling with brain fog and you can't remember names and it's becoming a real problem, you can't think where your phone is, yeah, it's in your hand, and then that's a symptom of menopause, and you definitely need to go and see your GP, maybe look at HRT, get some testing done, and get some medication, because it will be estrogen. If the estrogen levels are declining in a huge way, that is one of the symptoms. And, you know, there's all kinds of estrogen gels and things and tablets that you can take that can just change your life. But if you are an overthinker, historically an overthinking, and our clients are, let's help them be aware of that. You've got the power to change your mindset. So we move from a position of default thinking, the things that we always think, to deliberate thinking. No, I can do that. I am okay. I am fit enough. I am strong enough. I am perfect as I am. I don't need to lose weight. I can do this online program. I know this information. I just need a framework. That's all I need, and I'm going to film this, and I'm going to put it on Facebook, and I'm going to do it. And you become a doer and taking action. You know what it is. You take little steps. You get on this webinar. You feel motivated. You put a post on Facebook. How many people are interested in doing a 12-week wellness program with me? 25 people say, yes, Karen, I'm interested. Great. Private message them. We're going to do a test program in a couple of weeks, and it's going to be X. Are you interested? Would you like to get involved? Yes, I would. When do we start? Great. You feel good, you've taken action, and it becomes like a gravitational pull. And that's not just with this program, that's everything. If you decided to run the marathon, London Marathon, you signed up today for it, you wouldn't just run a marathon tomorrow. You will run a mile, then you'll run 5 miles, and then your training will be progressive. And it's the same with your mindset. It's just like flexing your biceps, you know, you don't just pick up a heavy weight. You've got to just be aware every time you go into default thinking, I can't, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm a technophobe. Stop that right now, Kim Venters. That's rubbish. These are little stories that we've made up in our head that we just keep replaying. Change that dialogue. And again, I've got a little video on how to do that. And I tell you guys, you instructors, when you teach it, it will revolutionize your life because you'll put it into practice. You'll agree with me, you'll then teach it, and it will impact you personally. You'll become a doer. Your mindset will change. We talk about goal setting, how to set goals, short goals, medium goals, long-term goals, being aware of negative self-talk, and how it is important to focus. Switch off your phone. Give yourself an hour to do a particular task and sit down and don't move. Don't go anywhere. Don't answer the phone. Don't look at your text messages until you've completed that task. You know, it's like training a small child to focus. You're going to read that book. We're going to do that. You focus and you keep going until you finish that task. So there's a lot of videos on mindset. Love mindset. It's really interesting. It's all of us, Kim. It's everybody. Okay. Third big rock is sleep. And again, linking it back to menopause, this is hard because if you are getting up all night, you are wet through, you're having night sweats, you're going to be the following day, that's going to affect your craving, it's going to affect your mindset, your temper, your emotional well-being, how you respond to people, how you respond to stress, how much energy you have, your cravings, all going to be affected if you are getting a rubbish night's sleep. That needs to be worked on. And it's a skill. You have to practice it. You have to work on your sleep hygiene. I've created loads of videos and fact sheets about how you can help your sleep. You could take magnesium, you could take reishi, mushroom powder. That's a game changer. That knocks you out. Magnesium, 500 grams of a good quality magnesium is a big change. Will really help. Shut down your phone. Don't look at the blue light about an hour. Don't watch the news. Before you go to sleep, put something on like Netflix that's going to take you away, or read a book, something that's going to take your mind off whatever you're overthinking, and really focus on getting a good night's sleep. If you are struggling with night sweats and you are waking up, you are going to be so dehydrated the next day. Are you having enough water the next day? Are you drinking 2, 3, 4 liters of water? If your body temperature's up, your clients' body temperatures, they need to be drinking, because that's going to have dehydration is going to have a massive effect on mental function and brain health and being able to think on your feet and cognition. So really the importance of water and hydration is key, and that's very much linked with sleep. Stress, the next one. I mean, gosh, how long have you got? We're all stressed. We've all got stress. We've all got historical stress. We've all got terrible things that have happened. We've all experienced all kinds of stressful things. We wouldn't be human if we hadn't. And they kind of live in you. They stay there. You replay them. They're kind of in your body. Stress is a real problem, because every time you rethink something that was stressful, your body and your brain doesn't know if it's happening again, if it's really going on. So you'll find that cortisol is distributed, and cortisol, is the stress hormone. And if you are not sleeping, if you are stressed, if you're eating a sugary diet, if you're drinking excess amounts of caffeine and alcohol, if you're over exercising, if you are in a stressful relationship, if you don't like the person you sit next to at work, if your kids drive you mad, all of the above, it's stress on top of stress on top of stress. So, all the time that cortisol is being excreted. And again, excessive cortisol, this can have a massive impact on mental function, brain function, and also can have a risk with diabetes, with heart disease, with strokes, all of these things, which all of those risk factors increase as we get older, as we get into our 50s, as estrogen is going down. Oh, got back now. Oh, hope I'm back. So again, stress, and we can't just wave a magic wand and stress disappears. Stress is stress, whether it's low level stress, whether it's high level stress, whether it's historical stress. So again, I've done a few videos about stress and little tips that you can help people with. So things like box breathing, meditation, getting outside, walking, spending time with your pets. That's always a big one. Making sure that every day you do things that restore you. Doesn't have to be a trip to the spa, which actually would be my idea of hell. I don't like spas at all. It might be just 10 minutes walking on your own every day. It might be listening to your favorite piece of music. It might be listening to a podcast. It might be having an audio book. It might be watching something on YouTube that you find funny. Anything, we're all different. Find what you can use, your go-tos on a daily basis, and that can be really helpful. Spa stress. Oh my gosh, the thought of just tripping around in a dressing gown. Oh no, not for me. Exercise. This is our key. This is where we come into our own. Exercise is the key. It is the key to wellness, health and wellness. And we're reframing exercise here. We're reframing it as just the best thing for mental cognition. If your clients are down or depressed or low libido or really lacking in motivation or lost the va-va-voom, the serotonin levels might be low, then I get it. It's hard to motivate yourself to exercise. It doesn't have to be a HIIT workout. It could be 20 minutes of stretching. It could be 10 minutes of home Pilates. It could be 10 minutes of spiky ball stuff. There's so much stuff that we can do, that you all could do, that you all could film, that would be life-changing for your guys, All your people could get a foam roller. They could do 5-10 minutes of foam roller work. They could get a Swiss ball and do some gentle work with a Swiss ball. It could be a dance-based 10 minutes. It could be an ab workout. You all teach loads of different things. Film lots of little 10-minute home exercise programs. I mean, I don't even have to tell you guys this. Getting stressed, yes, exactly. You guys know that daily exercise, think of it not just from a physical standpoint, but how it just changes your life. You know that as an instructor. How many times have you gone into a class feeling down or something's not great is happening? You put the music on, you throw yourself into it. You don't think of that thing for 45 minutes. You feel amazing. You feel so much better. Exercise really is the tonic. And again, as our clients are moving into our 40s and 50s, we're seeing osteoporosis. 1 in 3 women over 50 will experience, 1 in 3 women will experience osteoporosis or some kind of osteoporosis related break or injury, heart disease, high cholesterol, insulin resistance, diabetes, all of these huge, massive diseases, really. Exercise is the common denominator to lowering them, to protecting yourself from some of those huge, massive risk factors. So encouraging our clients to exercise daily. All my guys do a 10-minute workout every single morning. And yes, brilliant for brain health, brilliant for body composition, brilliant for fat loss, brilliant for cardiovascular health, all of those things. But it's that daily 15 minutes when you're not thinking about anything else, you're not at the gym, you can just do it in your pajamas and your sports bra, nobody's looking, you do it at home, just sets you up for the day. Bang, you've got that serotonin, dopamine levels, you feel good, self-confidence improves, and it only needs to be 10, 15 minutes. So the exercise obviously is where you guys will all shine. And then encouraging our people to move more through the day, walk 10,000 steps, track it, all the basics, lift, do the steps rather than lift, park further away, walk, extra walk with the dog. All of these things, it all adds up. It all accumulates the more movement that we can do. Okay, cool. Nearly there. So you have, okay, we also, moving on to my other big rocks, is cravings and midsection weight gain. Why is this happening? Why is it happening during menopause? I've done a whole video section on that, and how you can tweak your diet to eat a lot more fruits and vegetables and start to pinpoint which foods perhaps, and this is kind of coming up to week 6, week 7, so you're well into it by now. Maybe see which foods are actually causing bloating, a midsection weight gain. It could be stress wellness program. It could be stress. It could be high levels of cortisol. And again, it could be a lot of things all crunching together. It might be not sleeping particularly well. It might be having a lot on your plate. It might be feeling that you squash both ends. You're perhaps looking after kids, you're looking after aging parents, you are running a job, you're teaching classes, you're doing social media, you're cooking meals, you're doing packed lunches. I mean, the day's never ending. All of this, it becomes stressful. It becomes stressful for your adrenal glands, cortisol, the adrenals get fatigued, and that all can lead to midsection weight gain. So it's almost like, I always think, can you remember that game in the 70s called Kaplunk, or was it Buckaroo, where you I think Kaplunk used to take things away. You remember? I think it's like that with health. You start with mindset, then you start on nutrition, then you look at the exercise, then you work on sleep, and you just build and build and build on all of those things until they become lifestyle. This is what you do. You look at stress. When you see stressful situations, you step back, you use box breathing, lots of techniques and things. And you might do some tracking at this time. If you are gaining weight around the midsection, it might be worth just a few days track. I know it's boring, but track and count your calories and just see where you are. You could be eating all the healthy foods. You could be having all the avocados and all the salads and all the nuts and all the protein every meal. But if they're taking you over your total daily energy expenditure, you will gain weight. But if it's menopausal linked, it could be your metabolic rate is slowing down. Maybe you're not doing as much muscular work, lean muscle weight training. That's key, because obviously the muscle mass is declining. I read a study today that said muscle mass, if people stop strength training as you get into menopause, it declines 10% a year. Or was it 3% a year? 3%. I think it's 3%. 3% a year. I mean, that's big. That's big. So if you're not strength training on a regular basis, that's going to have an effect on your metabolic rate. That's going to have effect on your muscle mass, lean tissue, etc. Next topic is juicing. Juicing's had a bit of a bad rap recently, but I'm a huge fan. A couple of reasons, and I do a little talk about it. You don't need a juicer. A blend at Nutribullet, it's great. It's a fast way that you can get all your vegetables in, quick and easy. I personally advise my guys to fill up your juicers with sparkling water so you make them thinner. I'm not a fan of the big, thick, gloopy juicers. But if you put, say, a pint of sparkling water in or mineral water, they become thinner and you're getting in an extra pint of fluid. So perhaps if you've had night sweats, if you've been up with your core temperature, you know, rather than a solid breakfast, you might have a juice, you might have a glass of water, you might do your workout, and then you might have a juice, you know, loads of vegetables, put some fruit in there, and it's very filling, it's great for your gut health, mental cognition, and you've got some good hydration in there as well. So I'm a big fan of juicing, at least, you know, if you can get some juices in once a week, definitely help, once a day, can be really helpful. And then we could start to look at elimination. So again, in regard to menopause, alcohol, sugar, and caffeine have been shown in studies to increase the symptoms of menopause. So if you are displaying or your clients are displaying, it might be a time to have that chat about alcohol. It might be that time to chat about, you know, the amount of coffee that they're drinking. Caffeine, when drunk in excess, it can spike cortisol. So again, it's another cortisol thing. Alcohol, sugar, it does definitely have an effect. So it might be worth at this point pulling that out and seeing how you and your clients feel. Cycle tracking, this is key. If you're not in the menopause and your clients are still having a cycle, definitely using some of the apps the way you can track your cycle. So you can work out when you're ovulating, when you're in the follicular phase, when you're in the luteal phase, because if you're in the follicular phase before you ovulate, then that might not be the best time to start a program. That's the time when your energy levels are down, when your mojo's a little bit lower, you know, not always the best time to start. You're a bit forgetful. It might be better to actually kick in the week after you've had your period, when, you know, your hormone levels are balanced again. So again, encouraging our clients to work with their body, not against it, with it, track, know exactly when you're ovulating, know when your period is, know when you're coming up to your period, you know how you feel during your period, and track it. You track your own data, journal it, write it down, so you know exactly where you are, so you can understand your feelings and your moods and you know, your emotions at that time. That's going to be really helpful to give yourself a break sometimes as well, when you know it's that time of the month. Not that it's excuse, but we want to encourage our clients to work with their body, not against it. Cool. And then as we come towards the end of the program, I do a whole video on what if you go off track, because this is the big one. And it's the important thing is you never go off track. There'll be celebrations, birthdays, anniversaries. You'll go out, you know, there'll be sometimes you go out, your clients will party and they'll think that they've undone everything, and they won't have. It's one night, one day, 1 week. You just jump back on, and it's giving them the tools to jump back on, to not beat themselves up, to not feel bad. This is all a process. We're on this journey forever. So it's to learn, you know, why did they perhaps choose a more unhealthy path? Was it stress? Was it just peer pressure? Was it just, you know, a celebration? And just jump straight back on. So that's quite an interesting one. And then again, we've talked about alcohol and menopause, bloating and digestion I've talked about as well, which really comes down to eating more mindfully, slowly. So you're allowing the mouth to chew so that you get all the enzymes going into the food to break it down. Again, when it goes into the gut, if you chew really quickly and you're talking, you're looking at your phone, 2 chews and it's in your gut has to work so hard to break it down. Your gut's like, working overtime, and there's all kinds of gaseous exchanges going on to break this damn food down. And so no wonder your belly bloats. No wonder there's all this wind and this air going on. Try it. Slow it all down. Just eat more mindfully. No more dashboard eating, dashboard dining. Really focus on the food that you're eating. Whew. Guys, let me know. How am I doing? Is this all helpful? Let me know. Let me know. Hope it is. This is me. I'm not seeing it. Or raise your hand. Who's that? All of the above. Oh, that's an old one. Who's that? Very helpful. Good. All great. Concentrating. Who else has raised their hand? Good. Okay, cool. So you get the framework now. Really useful. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. I'm so happy it is. Okay, so how to deliver it. Awesome. Smina, awesome. Thank you. Philippa, thank you. Oh, good. Making notes. Good, helpful, awesome. Okay, cool. So how to deliver this? You could deliver it in a Facebook group, make it really easy. Film your own talks, and it will go into your head like no other than when you film your talks with your phone, just on your with your camera, go in, film your talks. They can be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You'll get better the more you do it. You'll become more succinct. You really will. And then you just upload that video onto YouTube, unlisted, so nobody can find it. You then pick up the link and you copy and paste it into your Facebook group. And you just do a topic a week. So for 12 weeks, week 1, nutrition, week 2, mindset, week 3, sleep, week 4, hormones, week 5, menopause, week 6, eating out, week 7, stress, week 8, all of that. You would list all your topics, and you just put a couple of videos in. Now, if you've decided that you're going to film some workouts, you might say, yep, you get 3 workouts a week. You'll then go and film your workouts in your garden or in your studio. It doesn't have to be anything grandiose. Nobody's going to see it but you. It just needs to be clear, concise, deliver a 10-minute workout, and again, upload it to an unlisted YouTube and pop it in there, and you've got your workouts. So not as difficult as you think. It really isn't. You could then create fact sheets and PDFs, which, if you're doing a talk, you'll probably create some notes, but then could turn into a PDF. Now, this all seems like a lot, but remember, if you do get the program, my program, you'll just probably use mine as a framework. So it's not that you're going to have to be thinking of everything off the top of your head. You'll have a framework there. You could then have a weekly challenge, and you've got to build community. The most successful online programs are where people gel, they get together, they become friends, even if they never meet each other. In my Elevate group at the moment, I've got about 58 ladies in there, and everyone is so supportive and helpful. They upload pictures every day. They upload their sweaty selfies. They talk to each other. They support each other. They share information. How do you feel myself? Oh, Philippa, that's definitely another webinar for another day. But if you have a look at my Facebook page, I've made so many lives about how to film yourself doing a workout. I won't go into it today. So you don't have to do a workout. If you've got a live class, your people could perhaps come to you on a live class and they just get this information in the Facebook group. If you don't have the live class, you could then video yourself doing your workouts. You could do, you could create as much information or not as you want. It's up to you. But build community for sure. This is the big one, and I never know what to say to you. How much shall I charge? This is game-changing for many women, life-changing. It's the support that they need. It's the conversations that they want. It's the framework that's going to change their life. It's your expertise. It's your motivation. So if you undercharge, it's work. And if you've been in this industry 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, you've got all that experience building into this. Don't undercharge. 2 ways. You could wrap around your live classes. So maybe people come to 1 class a week or 2 classes a week, and then they get access to your 12-week women's wellness. And that is going to be anywhere from £60 to £90, I think, £69, £99. So then you would need a price, 2 prices, a price if they're coming to a live class and getting this, and a price for only the online. You're going to have to work this out. You're going to have to see where you feel comfortable. You're going to see what your price point is. But remember, this will take you time, energy, emotion, because we're all little sponges and we take on our clients. And, even though I'm sure you're all super professional, we want our clients to get the most from this. And we expend energy and emotion. I know I do. I want to see them get results. I'm gutted if they don't, or if they don't follow it for whatever reason. I'm always gutted, and I always take it personally. And you just can't help it. You just can't help it. So it takes your time, energy, emotion. So you've got to charge for that. You really have. Set up boundaries and expectations, meaning you're going to post every day in the group at this time. You'll be available for people to tag you and ask questions, but then you go offline at this time, perhaps. You might be a morning person, you might be a nighttime person. So as long as people know when you're going to be online and you're going to be there and you're going to put the information in the group, they're happy. You know, that's important. So set up boundaries and expectations. Have a start and an end time. So say, right, we're going to do this the end after half term October all the way through to the end of November. Now remember, I've done this as a 12-week program. You could do it as 6 weeks, but you could do maybe 2 topics a week. You could half it. So they could get, you know, nutrition on Monday, and Thursday it could be stress. You know, you don't have to let it run for 12 weeks. It could be 6 weeks, and that could be your little taster or tester. Okay, advertise it. You've got to get yourself on social media, guys. You've got to be visible. You've got to be posting, doing some graphics, and your newsletter. And again, if you follow me, they're all topics for another webinar. But I've done so many webinars and talks and Facebook Lives on how you can promote yourself. I do something in the newsletter every single week. So I don't want to go into that too much. I really want you to think about the program and how you can create it and create value and make this work for you. Okay, I'm going to show you now what have I got. So this is the program that I'm going to show you now. This is the program that I created. This is the whole framework, and this is what you would get. And then, okay, here it is. Okay, can you all see my screen? Oh, you know what, if not all, can you drop the link into an email? Yes, I just think, Deborah, that you create another job for yourself, creating an email. I mean, I often have people that aren't on Facebook, but they'll come on Facebook just to do this. They don't interact. They just have a profile and do this. If you want to offer that level of service, then it's, you know, it's up to you. You know, how else are you going to deliver it? Deliver it via email. It just gives you something else to do, and they miss the group dynamic. So if you haven't got clients on who are not on Facebook, maybe market it to people who are on Facebook. Maybe that's a good opportunity to get new people into your ecosystem. Don't, but again, if you want to deliver it via email, of course you can. You absolutely can. Just don't, they will miss the community element of it. And the community element is a big part of it. I'm sorry, does that help? You know, market, absolutely. Yes, I always do, Pam. Always have a start and a finish date. This is when we start, this is when it finishes. Definitely. And then if it rolls and rolls and rolls, people lose interest. They like a timetable. Take that from me of doing these programs for a million years. Yeah, no problem. Keep coming up with your questions, guys. So this would be the members area. So if you purchase the whole thing, you go through, and this is what, when I sold it, this is what they got. They got a little dashboard, and then you'll go through to this dashboard. Can you see this? Access the 90-day. It'll be a bit slow. Okay, so this is the 90-day program content, and it might be a little slow. But I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can. Okay, so just a minute, and then I'm sure you can see it. It might just take a second to roll down. Okay, yeah. So this is where I explain all the different videos. I explain on this video exactly what the 12 weeks entail. I've also created some little PDF booklets for you that you can recreate and you can send to your clients so they know exactly what's happening week by week. And then here's all of the weeks and all of the videos. So for example, let's go to week 1. You just click on week 1 and that will take you through to all the week 1 talks, which you would watch, you would make notes, and then you would create your version. If you were going to, Daddy Longlegs is back. If you were going to also film your workouts on all of the pages, you also get workouts. So if you need some ideas for your 10-minute workouts, then there's loads of ideas here. So if you can see the videos here, it's slow. So again, we've got all the different videos. There's a sleep challenge, there's what to expect, there's a basic workout there. So you'll be able to watch all those, information on sleep, and then you get all the talks. There's loads of information. You're going to be sick of me by the end of it. Mindset and goal setting, sleep challenge, And then each day, each week, you have this series of videos that you can watch. Now, you don't have to create all this content in one go. I would put a post on Facebook, find out how many people are interested, decide on a price point, and sell it. So you get paid in advance. What if you decide, okay, I'm going to do this for, let's say, £70, let's say, and you put it £70, it's going to be a 6 weeks program, end of October, all the way through to the end of November. It's mindset, wellness, you create your timetable, this is what's going to happen, and you get, let's say, 10 people then at £70. So obviously that's going to make you £700. So this program, my framework is 99. So you've almost 10x'd your investment. And then once you've got your videos, you will just create your videos on a week-to-week basis. When I ran and created this course, I created the framework, I created the topics, I sold it, I then did the videos on a week-by-week basis. And also, if you've got a Facebook group, you can incorporate their questions and answers that can help you create the next week's content. Does that, I hate to say, does that make sense? But does that make sense? That is the best way to do it. Oh, I can't see anything but your slides. How do I do that then? Yes, Julia, I always set up a new Facebook group, always, and just archive the old one. Oh, I don't know how to do this. How can I do that? How can I share my screen? New share. Oh, I think, here we go. Tell me now. I think share. Can you see it now? You should see 90-day content. Is that yes? Yeah, not seeing it right. Yes, Jude. Okay. So that would be, there's the talk videos. There you've got the PDF booklets that you can download and use. And then you have all of the weeks. Can you see all the different weeks there? So week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, week 12, core, week 1. So let's say, I've explained week 1, so I know you didn't see it, but you'll get the gist. So on week 2, you'll click on the week 2 and you will get, this is understanding the role hormones play in health. And again, you'll see all the different videos there. You'll see the daily protocols. There's a stress challenge. There's a mindset reset challenge. And then there's loads of information on different hormonal types, what adrenal fatigue is, body types, the adrenals, testosterone, all good stuff there. So you can see, and you can watch those videos, you can make those notes, and you can create your own. But again, just create it on a week-to-week basis. Is my advice, because your ladies will direct you. If you've created the framework and the timetable, you can always add more videos to it as you see what their questions are, where they're getting stuck and where they need help. So it's a cool way. Can you see all that? Yeah, you're good with that. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is the last night that I'm going to do this, because I'm going to take this offer off. So the whole lot, all of the 8 weeks, is £99 for you as an instructor to go through all the information, take it, make your own videos, and then create your own 12-week or 6-week program. So it's all there. You've got a really good framework to do it. And if you want to grab it tonight, go to kickstartfatloss.net. And then click here where it says on demand, online, and you can see 90-day program. Just click on the program there and it will take you straight through. And I'll email you the link as well if you want to grab it. So hopefully, done it. Oh, Alison, you've done it. Awesome. Alison has been #1 student. Alison did the Lift Lean. She started a Lift Lean classes. She's organised. She's got a Lift Lean women's health program. She's now got this, and she's slowly, well, not slowly, but she's expanding her online empire. I'm so proud of you, Alison. So I hope that's helped everybody. I really, really do. I can't can I ask if they access this on your membership website as opposed to, yeah, I mean, you can, sorry, can I ask if they access this? Me? No, this is there for you, But when I do it live in a Facebook group, I deliver the content in a Facebook group. It's too because I don't like to put all the content there, and I like to just drip the content into Facebook, and I see the questions and I get people's vibe, and then I create more videos. When it's all finished, I then put it on my website on a membership site. But when it's in practice, I deliver it all into the Facebook group. If that makes sense, which I hate saying that. Okay, any other questions, everyone? Yeah, it makes more sense. Good. Any other questions? Any questions? Was that helpful? I hope it was. I hope it inspires you. I hope you'll run with it. I hope you'll use the framework. And if you do have any questions, of course, do let me know. For as an instructor, obviously a qualified fitness professional, this is for you. So all good. I know it's on offer at the moment, which is bad, but will you offer? No, I'm not. I'm doing this as a test, Jude. So it's out there. It's been out there for a couple of weeks. I'm going to take it off, and then that will be it. So no, it was about the members of doing this just now. Cool. No worries, no problems. I need to pay for my passport. Oh, your passport, I get it. Could you send us this webinar? Of course. Absolutely. Probably tomorrow. All right, everyone. I hope you found that great value, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you so much for your time, your energy, and have a lovely, lovely evening. Thanks for disturbing my mindset. Ha, exactly. You got to go and watch the Kardashians now on Netflix. That was brilliant. Thank you. Just buying. Have a lovely evening. Thank you, Tracy. You can do this. You can do this. Absolutely. Oh, I've got some questions on here. What's this? Deborah. Oh, I've seen that one. Thank you. I can't see it. Will it be available later? I'll send you the link, Sheila, to everybody that's signed up. Great as always. Thanks, Julia. Hope that's helpful. Andrea, thanks for the information to kick this off. I bought it and now I need to get it out there. Go for it, Andrea. Go for it. Would love to sign up. How can we do that? Oh, let me see if I can do it in the chat. That was great. Don't be nervous. You will be nervous. That's stupid. And being nervous wellness program is a good thing. It's a good thing. You wouldn't be human. Don't think it as nerves. Think it's excitement. Let me just put it in the chat and then you can all link to it. I mean, you'll get a lot of information for yourself personally with it as well. It's a lot of information. There's so many videos on there. Okay, wellness, that was great. Thanks. Don't be. Please don't be. If I go to chat Q&A, maybe answer. Maybe I can't. Try that. No. I might have to email you or type the answer. Oh, there it is. Send. Oh, if anybody wants the link directly, is it talent and access? No, you've got the access forever, Helen. Access forever. I will update everything updates, so I will update it. You would like to answer this question. Brilliant. Just still trying to find it. Okay, let's answer. Oh no, done. No, type the answer. Okay, I'm just trying. There it is. Hopefully that's it.